Welcome to Travel Guide channel. Today we will guide how to travel safely to Bhutan, the land of dragon. Before we start, please tell us on the comment from which country are you, and where is your next travel destination for holiday?
This is a story about a journey to the land of the Thunder Dragon, a tale that began with an admiration for a small nation that values happiness above all else. It took years of contemplating the spiritual promise hidden within Bhutan, a kingdom in the heart of the Himalayas that dared to reject GDP in favor of gross national happiness, GNH. The dream finally materialized, and the first step was to understand that a visit to this ecological paradise was no ordinary trip. Until recently, almost all foreign travelers had to arrange their journey through a certified tour company, complete with a licensed guide and driver. Bhutan's high-value, Lumpak tourism policy ensures that every experience is exclusive, a safeguard for their fragile culture and environment. Thus, I selected one of the prominent travel agencies, entrusting them with the entire logistics of the 7-day trip I had yearned for over a decade. That decision was the key to obtaining the complex visa, guaranteeing that every detail from flights to accommodation was meticulously taken care of. The cost incurred was all-inclusive. The visa round-trip flights to Bhutan from an intermediary city. 3 meals a day, 3-star hotels, a private guide, a driver, and entry fees to various iconic sites. This was an investment in a lifelong experience. An acknowledgement that preserving the pristine nature of Bhutan requires a corresponding commitment. Since Bhutan can only be accessed through a few air gateways such as Bangkok, Kathmandu, or Singapore, the journey commenced with a flight to one of those cities. Suddenly, I found myself on the narrow runway of Paro, surrounded by magnificent mountain peaks, a dramatic sight that marked the beginning of the adventure. My local guide greeted me with a warm smile, and we immediately left the beautiful Paro Valley for Thimphu, the capital city, located about an hour's drive away. Thimphu felt calmer than other world capitals, a city blending soft modernity with deeply rooted traditions. After a quick check-in process at the hotel, we indulged in a delicious traditional Bhutanese lunch, savoring the rich flavors of chili and imadachi cheese. In the afternoon, the cultural journey began at the National Memorial Chortan, sacred stupa, standing majestically in the heart of the city, where pilgrims circumambulate clockwise as a sign of respect. Following their footsteps, I walked slowly, feeling the spiritual peace that radiated from every turn of the giant prayer wheels surrounding the monument. The final destination for the day ended with a drive up a hill to Kunsal Phodrong Nature Park, where the Buddha Dordenma sits gracefully. This 169-foot bronze statue of the Buddha exudes an aura of serenity. And from that vantage point, the entire Thimphu Valley was spread out below in the glory of the twilight. The morning of the second day started with a refreshing hike up to Chokhort's Gomba, a hidden private temple where monks retreat for meditation. The hiking trail offered incredible panoramic views of the city, with colorful prayer flags fluttering in the wind among the lush trees. After reaching the summit and enjoying the calming vista, we descended towards the Royal Takin Preserve, home to Bhutan's unique national animal. The takin, with its large body and curved horns, looks like a peculiar combination of a buffalo and a cow, a truly foreign and fascinating creature. The next stop was simply Bhutan, an interactive living museum that provided a deep introduction to local traditions and customs. It was there I learned about the unique symbolism attached to the depiction of male vital organs, which are an important part of ancient beliefs about fertility and protection. It is not uncommon to see cheerful phallus paintings adorning house walls as good luck charms, a sight that adds to Bhutan's cultural peculiarity. The day concluded with a visit to Thimphu, a 17th-century fortress that serves as the seat of government and a monastic center, displaying the magnificent typical Bhutanese fortress architecture. The next day, we departed the capital and began the long drive towards Punakha, the beautiful former capital of Bhutan. The first mesmerizing stop was Dochula Pass, where 108 small stupas stand in perfect alignment. Weather permitting, the sight awaiting here is a 360-degree panorama of the snow-capped Himalayan mountains. Truly a breathtaking view, Punakha became the highlight of the day, an architectural masterpiece built in 1637, situated at the confluence of the Mo Chu and Pho Chu rivers. This spectacular structure, with its intricate artistic details and patterns, looked like a fairy tale fortress emerging from the blue water. My guide suggested wearing traditional Bhutanese attire. The asterisk, go asterisk, and asterisk Kira asterisk, to blend in even more with the historical beauty of this fortress. The advice was spot on. Walking through the Zhang courtyard in traditional clothing felt like stepping back into a glorious past. Just outside the Zhang, we visited the Pho Chu Suspension Bridge, the longest suspension bridge in Bhutan, stretching for 160 meters. Walking across this swaying bridge offered an incredible perspective of Punica Zhang and the surrounding river valley. The fourth day was dedicated to trekking in Gangka, a valley famous for its unparalleled natural beauty, lush, green, and feeling so free. I breathed in the pristine air, realizing why this country is able to maintain its status as a carbon-negative nation amid untouched beauty. The hiking trail led us through dense forests, which then opened up to a peaceful small village where an ancient temple stood quietly. A brief interaction with a young monk there reminded me of the simplicity of life that is the core of Bhutanese philosophy. On the fifth day, we made the 4-hour journey back to Poro, leaving Gangti with hearts full of peace. After a roadside lunch, we arrived back in the familiar Poro Valley, with an opportunity to explore the town's main strip. Poro's simple main street is the perfect place to look for typical souvenirs, ranging from local herbal teas to Buddhist artifacts, incense, and clothing. I spent the time leisurely, observing the slow pace of local life, preparing myself for the spiritual climax of the trip. Day 6 was the anticipated day, the hike to the Tiger's Nest, Tuksang Monastery, the most iconic site and the spiritual soul of Bhutan. The ascent to the monastery, perched precariously on a sheer cliff 900 meters above the valley, takes about 4 to 5 hours. Every step uphill felt like a pilgrimage, with the views of the valley becoming increasingly spectacular as we gained altitude. Midway, we stopped for a coffee break, refueling while gazing at the majesty of the monastery that seemed impossibly clinging to the cliff face. Upon finally arriving, the sight of Tuksang up close truly surpassed any photograph. The place is utterly incredible. Fortunately, photography is not permitted inside the monastery, but the beauty of its interior, filled with sacred statues and paintings, is firmly etched in my memory. After the long, exhausting hike, the afternoon offered a perfect traditional reward, a Bhutanese hot stone bath. The process is very unique, utilizing asterisk menchu, asterisk or medicinal water, which is fresh river water mixed with soothing artemisia leaves. The water is heated by river stones that are roasted over a fire until glowing red, which are then immersed into a wooden tub. The warmth from the glowing red stones and the aroma from the artemisia leaves immediately eased muscle tension, feeling like an ancient healing ritual. On the morning of the 7th day, I said goodbye to my guide and driver, a farewell that felt like parting with old friends. They dropped me off at the small Poro airport, a unique and easy-to-navigate air gate. I swiftly passed through immigration and security, carrying with me the unforgettable memories of this transformative journey. Bhutan, though pricey, offers a value that far surpasses the financial cost, a hidden gem that upholds its promise of happiness. This country is truly one of a kind, an experience that justifies every expense, and its breathtaking views are a worthy reward. If Bhutan has ever been a dream on your travel list, make it happen, because an extraordinary experience awaits in the land of the Thunder Dragon.